welcome to another episode of Diary of a Wannabe Comedian with me, Belle, been a wannabe comedian. I've been out and about a bit this week, been doing a bit of travelling, and I thought I would share with you two stories that have happened this week, today and yesterday in fact, that really demonstrate London, I think. I didn't really know what to make of them. So yesterday I went out very early and I thought, you know what, I had a box, I thought I'll break it down and I'll put it in the recycling bin, because in London we've got bins everywhere and they're split into two: general waste, recycling. So I broke the box down, walked along the road, and the guy was just pulling out the two, the two bins effectively. He'd unlocked and opened the bins and he'd taken out the inner bin. And I just said, oh, can I put this one in there? And I was pointing to the one furthest away because that was the recycling one. And he said, oh, just put it in there. They're both the same. And then I promptly watch him drag them over to the other side of the road and put them in one van. They were just emptied into one van. I don't know what their van things are called. Dumpster. They were emptied into the same one anyway. And you just thought, what am I bothering trying to recycle? I'm not convinced anything happens really with it. So that was the first story. And the second one was today. I was on the tube coming home, so not that long ago, a couple of hours ago, and a guy gets on the tube and asks for £12 for a hostel. That's normally it's £7, so obviously that's inflation. And I'm well used to it, and I do not ignore these people generally. I just say, I'm sorry, I don't have any cash. I just, smiled at him. And then he promptly turned around and said, because I was the only one that actually interacted with him, everyone else just completely ignored him. And he probably turned around and said to me, have you got an old oyster that you don't use? And I just thought, I don't understand that. Under what circumstances would I be on a tube travelling with a second oyster that I don't use anymore with a view to giving it away to someone randomly? I just couldn't get my head around that. I mean, 10 out of 10 for ingenuity. Got to think things through and come up with new strategies, haven't you, when there is no cash around anymore, because people just don't carry it and most of London won't accept it. So as I say, fair play to him. But very bizarre. In creative news, I have been co-opted as the variety officer again of Equity. I was going to step down because I've got a lot going on. And then I thought, no, my life has contracted so much over the last couple of years through not having any money, quite frankly, and not being able to do anything, that this is kind of one of the last things that I'm hanging on to. So I decided to offer my services should they want to co-opt me. I said I wouldn't be offended either way, and they did. So there is a meeting next week, but I don't think I can go to that one. So I have said I'm happy to be co-opted, but I am likely to be a little bit quiet for, into the early part of next year, because I've got a lot on. I've started a job and it's quite full on. But it does pay the bills. Right, now then, on to an impossible decision. Rather apt, actually. Would you rather be a really successful one-hit wonder or be a mediocre singer who enjoys a long career? So I guess that's the film, what was that? About a Boy. That's him. Anyway, I'm not going to say where I sit on this scale. You tell me. Much love and gratitude.